didn't see that. It wasn't live. I just gave it away.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Is October 9th, Wednesday. I don't even know what it is. It's 5:02. We had a little bit of trouble with Gregory, so we couldn't join.
We didn't have trouble with me. I had to get a drink.
A drink of water, dilly.
Yes.
So we have a special guest here that he's repeatedly on our show.
Excuse me.
Greg, you might have to go out of the room if you're going to continue to.
Wow. You know what? It destroyed the show.
It's Morbid Sunshine, please. Jim, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Wow.
How are you doing, Jim?
I'm great. Kind of tired, but I'm all right.
Yes, it is great to see you. So thank you for joining us.
You.
It looks like we already have people that have been coming in. So Greg, this is, so you guys know, this is a Disney show, and we haven't had we haven't had Jim on our show for it's been at least a month.
Poor Jim.
So we are excited to have you back, and he's dried off from Disneyland.
Well, I hope so. It's been what?
Yeah, nice thumbnail there. Thank you for that.
And so welcome, everyone. Next week we'll be going back to our cruising show, but this week will be Disney. We will be talking about some Disney cruise news, but other than that, this will just be all a bunch of fun and having a good time just getting caught up with everyone. So Greg, who is here that we can welcome?
So we have Rachel, RobFuz biggest fan.
Or Mini Explorer.
Welcome. Orlando Parks Rover.
Kevin.
We have my mom, Linda Berthel.
Hello, Mom.
Excuse me. Ed Tolson Jr., Noah the Disney World Fan 16, Wanda Byram, Danny McGlone, Kate Atwood, Steve's World. Wow. Wax on, wax off. PTV2,
Hey, Brad.
Michael Riley. You're going to hit my phone. Josh Odom. Disney Nerd Herders. You know, I have a feeling we were just talking with Disney Nerd Herders. They sound really familiar.
Yeah.
We did just get off their show, which was a lot of fun. Mary Ellen Dillon, Pam's fan, and I think I covered everybody.
Wanda
so
Byram.
Welcome. I did say Wanda Byram,
welcome.
I thought, but welcome, Wanda Byram.
Welcome. Yes, Steve's World. What channel is hosting This and That tonight? Is it your channel? For some reason, I was thinking it was going to be you, but if you can, you guys put the link to whatever channel it is on there. Actually, you know what? I will get. Hold on one sec.
And I don't know how Jim made that background, but that's really cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that is cool.
Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a good Halloween/Christmas classic.
What? I thought that was original.
Oh,
I'm sorry. The movie More Sunshine, Please.
There you go.
Steve's World, if you're able to, if you can put that in the link on who's going to be hosting This and That tonight.
Uper Wisdom videos just came
welcome,
on.
Guys. Welcome. All right. So a lot has been going on. We just came back from a cruise, an amazing cruise, and we are in preparations to get those videos out to you. They probably won't be coming out until next week. There's some work that I want to do on it. Everything's transferred over in terms of on my phone to how I'm going to organize it, but I still want to make sure what days I'm going to edit it and kind of how I'm going to set it up this time.
I'll have some say-so in this too. Don't worry.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, whatever.
But so that's been our exciting news. Jim, for those of you people that might not know you, hey, stop making noise. For those that might not be familiar with you, which I don't know who wouldn't be at this point, a little bit about your channel, if you can explain what you do and who you are and who you want to be someday.
You flatter me. Most people don't know who I am, but that was nice of you to say. My name's Jim. My channel's More Sunshine, Please. I live in Florida. I have a Disney World centric channel. Lots of Disney stuff. Also other travel stuff on there as well, but mostly Disney World. That's what I focus on. So yeah. Is that what you wanted?
And what do you want to be someday?
When you grow up.
I would love to be a voice actor on The Simpsons, making $1 million an episode for 30 years.
Wow.
That would be nice.
You could be like a news announcer, or you could be the movie preview guy, where you do the dub over and talk about the movies and everything. Or a game show host. You have that voice too.
I would love that.
You know, I need to get rid of. I'm using this, but I keep forgetting that I have access to the screen. So I'm going to focus on this, Greg, so you can focus on that.
But the problem with that is that you don't scroll down and go to the most recent. You're like way behind on the conversations all the time.
I would do my best. Although I left my mouse out in the other room, so I have to do this by hand.
That's why you have a mouse built in.
I think I hear reindeer.
What?
He's Scout.
Oh my gosh.
Our cat is scratching themselves. All right. So, Jim, what have you been doing in the last 4 weeks, 3 days, and 7 hours that we haven't?
And how many minutes and seconds?
15 minutes and 31 seconds.
Man, what haven't I done? I haven't done a lot. I've been to Disney a few times. You know, work started back up for me. I'm a teacher, so things are just super busy. It's hard to carve out time to go there. But recently, I was able to ride the Skyliner before they closed it down, and I loved it. I don't know if we're going to talk about that. I don't know if that was a plan, but can't wait for it to open back up because I only rode about half of it. And I want to ride the rest. I finally made it to the Orlando Galaxy's Edge. So I've got vlogs planned for that. Tomorrow I'm going to release a video about the blue and the green milk, and I tried those finally. I didn't get to try that when I was in Anaheim with you guys, so I finally tried it. And so I'll release that tomorrow, and then a vlog about the Skyliner a bit, I guess, while we're waiting for it to open back up. And I still have my Anaheim vlogs to go. I've only done 2 days of that, so I've got that to come. So I'm looking forward to seeing all that footage again.
Awesome. Welcome, Bob and Ashley.
I was just going to say that. And I think we're caught up.
I think so.
We were going to, well, I told Derick that so many people talked about the Skyliner. By the time we get to it on our show, it's going to be like old news. And he said, oh, we'll just talk about it in our own way. But, I mean, nobody was hurt, which is good. It took some people 3 hours to get off the ride, which I don't know how that would work for some people. We won't go into it with what was happening on Bob and Ashley's show with the whole black box and what's in there and everything. But I guess if you had to go, you got to go. But anyway, in your case, he just said, Jim said, just hold it for Pete's sake. So I guess he wants you to hold it. So you can't go. You can't use the bags or anything.
Disney Nerd Herders, it happened. So I'm sorry, Wanda.
Wow, dropping the hammer. You go, Charlie. More power to you.
So sorry, Wanda. Hopefully you weren't upset by that. So what route did you take on the Skyliner? Where did you go from to where?
I hopped on at the Hollywood Studios station, and I took it. I wanted to take it all the way to Epcot just to see what that was like. So so I hopped on at Hollywood Studios. That takes you to the Caribbean Beach Resort station. From there, you hop on. You have to get off there, and they have two other lines. One goes to Epcot, and one goes to Pop Century Art of Animation. That one. On the way to Epcot, though, you stop at the Riviera, which isn't open yet, so nobody actually is getting out of their cabins at that time. So, so from Hollywood Studios to you stop at Caribbean Beach Resort, and then hop on another line to go to Epcot. And I went on opening day, September 29th, so it was very busy. And the line was out of the station and into the Hollywood Studios parking lot almost. And I only had to wait 13 minutes. So it moves fast. It's, it's like hopping on Haunted Mansion or something. The ride never stops, or so we thought. So even with that really long line, I was able to get on quickly. I can only imagine on a normal day, whatever that might be, it's going to practically be a walk on to ride the Skyliner.
Sorry, I was looking at the comments and I lost the question that I was going to ask you.
I'll keep talking if you want more time to read.
I'm just like fascinated and enthralled with the conversation.
It's all right, Disney Nerd Hers.
Yeah,
mistakes happen. So
yeah.
hopefully Wanda's still here and she wasn't upset with that.
Wanda's an awesome person. I'm sure she understands, and it happens. And so you guys are fine. No worries.
Bob said next time no double leg lifts on the Skyliner, Jim.
So if you saw the Bob and Ashley stream, you know what he's talking about. We had a little fun with all of that. But no promises. No promises, Bob.
How long did it take you to do the loop to Hollywood Studios to go to Epcot? Because walking is only like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. We weren't on it terribly long. I recorded it, but I didn't really time it. I wasn't paying attention to the actual time we were on. I think one of the legs of that trip was about 5 minutes, and from the first leg, that is, and then the second one was a bit longer because you go to a different station and you actually have to make a right turn on the line. So maybe I don't know, 15 minutes in total. It did stop for me one time. We did stop. It was a very hot day, so we stopped for, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes, and it got a little warm in the cabin, but it wasn't unbearable. I wasn't dripping with sweat or anything. Again, it was only 3 or 4 minutes where we were stopped, so we didn't have the benefit of the breeze coming through as the cabin was moving. So we didn't get that blast of air that was coming through the vents, but we were able to tolerate the short delay. But it wasn't a sauna in there. It got warm, and it was a 90-degree day. But I mean, I can't imagine being stopped for a longer time than that.
And that's pretty average temperature in Orlando in the 90s.
Yeah, until after Halloween. Then it'll start to cool down a little bit.
I probably would have been sweating bullets in that thing if we stopped.
We probably would have had a different.
Because when it moves, I think they're the little, whatever you want to call them, not levers, but with their little plastic shade things are, I guess it's supposed to push the air up, but if you're not moving, there's no airflow. So, but aren't they supposed to have like a little built-in thing as an emergency in case there is no air?
I had heard that there is something like that. I didn't see it. I didn't know where it was in the cabin, but I had heard that worst case scenario, it would take about 3.5 hours to evacuate the entire line, the entire Skyliner. And they have something that can provide a bit of climate control for about 4 hours. But I didn't know where that was. I didn't really look for it, but I didn't see it. It wasn't evident to me with just a quick glance around the cabin. There was an emergency pack underneath one of the benches, but I don't know what was in that. I heard it was a ladder, but I don't know. There was an announcement. There was a speaker in there, rather. There's a speaker up at the top where you hear, if you've seen videos of the Skyliner, that's where the lady's voice comes through the ding dong, and then the lady makes a little announcement. But off on the side by the door, there's a speaker, and they can make live announcements through that. We were hearing somebody there. It sounded like a subway. It wasn't a great quality, but they could make live announcements with that. I imagine they were doing that a few nights ago. But I loved it. I enjoyed my time on the Skyliner greatly, and I liked it for the the smoothness of the ride. I enjoyed the ride itself. I loved the views that it offered. I mean, I've been going to Disney World my whole life, without exaggeration. I think since I was 1, and I've never seen these views of this area before. The road that the service road that goes behind World Showcase. I never got to see that before, and you fly right over that on the Skyliner. You can also see, where they're building the Ratatouille ride. I can only imagine when all of that work is done, how great that's gonna look. And just the fact that you're going along Lake Buena Vista Drive in a Skyliner is cool. So not only are you seeing the resorts and the parks, but you're seeing everything of the property seemingly. So just the fact that I was able to see things I had never seen before was awesome. Everybody that was on it with me, they were excited. So there was this communal joy that was going on. And I rode with a couple different cast members, happened to be in a cabin with a couple of different cast members. One guy worked on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. He was an engineer on that ride. So they had been writing it all week prior to when I was able to get on. So, and he was telling me about things he knew. He knew some of the contractors that helped build the thing. So it was really neat. It was a great day. It was a really enjoyable experience. I was sad to hear that they had troubles, but I'm really looking forward to it opening back up and ironing out all of the bugs that they have.
That's awesome. Let's take this opportunity, because I do have a couple more questions on that. I think it's time for what, Greg?
Chat check.
Brought to you by More Sunshine, Please. More Sunshine, Please. Right, he's right there to the left of us. Or is it the right of us? I'm not sure.
Wow.
I had that ready.
More sunshine,
That's
please.
right. More sunshine, please. Chase those rainbows away.
Oh man, write some of these down, guys. Write it down. Refer to it later.
Why would you want to chase the rainbows away?
Because you want more sunshine.
You have
please.
come up with some kind of a Halloween.
I actually had
thing.
another one, but what came out of my mouth and what was in my mind were two different things. So, yeah, more sunshine, please. Join the Sunshine Nation with Mr. Sunshine. There you go.
There you go.
So we've had a lot of people
join
come
us.
in.
Yeah.
We have Karen Carter, teacher, DD Educational Learning Fun. Noah, the Disney World fan, 16. So Tweety, I thought I saw Cargo. Maybe I was a mistake. Oh, there's Cargo. Am I missing anyone?
Karen Carter said she's starting the Encore. That is really exciting.
Awesome.
Karen, are you doing the transatlantic over from England? I guess is where it's, or I'm not sure where it's from, but it's going to New York. Are you going to be on that, or are you going to be heading out of New York when it gets there? Let's see. Cool. So thank you everyone for joining us. We appreciate it. And so Jim, did you ever get to go on the what were they called, the buckets while they were at the parks? Were you able to ride them?
I'm 80% certain I did. I just don't remember it.
Okay, because
I had gone to the parks enough as a child that there's no chance we didn't go on that. So I just don't remember it.
I'm curious to see if anyone in chat might have gone on them to compare the two to see if they were the same experience, or, I mean, I know the buckets were more open. They weren't as enclosed as the gondolas are, but I'm just kind of curious if anyone's had a chance to experience those. That would be cool. Oh, as we go down, did Karen comment on that? She might be too busy packing. There is Cargo. And there is Journey with the Gingers. Hi, guys. They went on the Escape the day we left off the Escape. So on my birthday, September 29th.
They probably got
so
our
the
room.
day that you rode.
Know.
That was a very special day. The day that you went on the Skyliner. Journey with the Gingers went on it. So check their vlogs coming up, because I'm sure they will come out really soon. Oh, okay. Karen Carter is going to be on Cruising with the Wills group cruise. That is going to be an insane group cruise because they have 125 people going on that cruise, which I don't know how they're going to do it. That is amazing. So all the power. If there's anyone that can do it, it's those guys because they are very detailed in there. Frank is like me, and Kevin's more like you. Kevin kind of wings it.
Well, Bob wings it too, so I'm kind of like Bob also.
That's
we
right.
Both wing it,
just like Bob. So comparing, how does it fit in with the transportation as we go back to the Skyliner? When you can either, for some of those, you're limited in your transportation, but to use either the buses, the monorail, or the Skyliner, what would be your preferred choice? Or boat, because some resorts offer boats.
That's true. I would say the Skyliner, and maybe it's still a novelty. Maybe I was just excited because it was new and different, but I would put it on par with the monorail. You know, when I go to the Magic Kingdom, I love riding the monorail. It's the first ride, you know, of the day. I enjoy it. And I think people will have a similar experience with the Skyliner. It's exciting, it's pleasant, you know, like the people mover, you know. It's not a thrill ride, but I love it. The same thing with the Skyliner. It's just, you know, when you get on the monorail and you hear the voice, please stand clear of the doors, and it's just it's one of the best sounds in all of Disney. I think maybe one day that the voiceover lady in the Skyliner will have the same. I'll have the same reaction for that. I'll really enjoy hearing her announcements and the little tidbits of information she has to say. Yeah, I would say monorail and Skyliner are right there as my favorite modes. The bus, I mean, I guess it's necessary. It's still kind of the only way to get from one park to Animal Kingdom. We need a Skyliner line to the Animal Kingdom if we can get that. That would be awesome. But boats are cool too. The thing that sets the Skyliner apart, though, from the other ones is, I think, the short wait time. You've got to wait for a bus. You usually have to wait for a monorail, and certainly a boat. And the Skyliner, you're in line, but you're moving. You know, it's like an omni mover. So I just think, with the short wait times, the awesome views, let me put it above monorail. As I'm sitting here talking, and I'm convincing myself, yeah, right now it's a little bit better than the monorail for me. If it were working, I guess. Okay.
I'm actually really looking.
Yes.
Greg is not looking forward to it, but I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'll try it, but if it's anything like what just happened, I don't want to be stuck on it because I would not be good. I'd probably be the one hanging out of it, trying to get out. As long as I'm above water, I'll make a swim for it.
Is it like a cruise? Are you allowed a certain amount of alcohol to bring on with you, just in case an emergency like that?
I don't really know that. I don't know.
They'll never know. Just get those little vials.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It should be really cool. We actually are going to be going to Walt Disney World next year. Yeah. We have after last week's show, we went and we had our post cruise blues, and the best way to do that is pay for another cruise. So we had to put a down payment on a Disney cruise before that, but we had to pay it off. So we made the final payment. We did that last Wednesday night after the show, and so we are going to go on the Disney Fantasy for 7 nights, and then we are going to stay a couple of days in Walt Disney World. So, Jim, it's a must for us to go on Splash Mountain with you.
Yes, and you'll be sitting in the front
no.
of the boat.
You'll be in the front. So
no, I will not.
You know, it has 2 seats, so one of us will be sitting with you in the front.
Yeah, that's both of you, and I will be as far back as I can.
Yeah,
I've earned that.
It's going to be a very short trip for us. In fact, we're going to try to do 2 parks for 2 days.
Well, it'll all be part of one big trip.
Yeah.
And we'll see Jim and hopefully Bob and Ashley. And we'll hang out. It'll be one long trip, including the cruise.
And then it just depends on what time we get there on Friday night, because the cruise is on Saturday, I believe. So it depends on Friday night what time we land, and normally it's around 4:30, 5 o'clock. So if we're able to get into a park Friday night, we'll try to do that. So but right now, when we come back, we're looking at the 8th and 9th, whatever that Saturday and Sunday is, and then we're going to fly home on the Monday. So that should be fun. Looking forward to that.
We had to keep kind of pushing the cruise, and then we just thought, okay, are we going to do this? Are we not going to do this? And we wanted to go on the fantasy, and this was a Star Wars cruise, so it'll have a Star Wars Day at Sea, which will be really cool. And then also, no matter who's in the Super Bowl, no matter
Bills
who,
are going. What are you talking about?
no matter who will be able to see the Super Bowl on the ship, which would be a first for us.
It'll be the Bills in Detroit.
Unless they just don't play it on the
Good one.
not happening. Yeah.
Uper Wisdom Video says I will still go on it. Maybe get free stuff if it breaks down again.
There you go.
They'll give you a free. They'll give you a free ride down a ladder from a fire department.
They'll give you a free bladder control test once you're off the ride to make sure everything still functions correctly, because you'll be up there for so long.
Welcome, Blake AM. You are never late, so thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
It's the silver lining. That's the silver lining. Free stuff if you get stuck.
Yeah.
The glass is half full with Jason.
I do have some news about this.
I have some news too.
But Disney announces there's going to be a Moana 2. So they kind of said that, like Frozen before it, Disney's Moana was a massive smash hit, winning the hearts of Disney fans all over the globe. So they plan on bringing The Rock back, and I'm probably going to butcher her name. I don't know if I'm even saying it right. Alio Carvalho.
I think you nailed it, Greg. I think that's exactly how you say that.
Whatever. They're rumored to be reprising their roles, and actually, she's going to be playing Ariel on November 5th on ABC, and I think it's a live show of The Little Mermaid, so that'll be really cool. Queen Latifah is going to be Ursula. John Stamos is Chef Louis. I don't know the person who is playing Prince Eric. I've never seen him before, but we did post some things on D&G Explorers about it, so I can actually find that. But I'm actually looking forward to it, probably more so right now than the movie. So Graham Phillips is Prince Eric. I don't know who that is. Shaggy is Sebastian. And then John Stamos is Chef Louis. Queen Latifah, I think she's going to be an awesome Ursula. So they don't say who's playing King Triton, which is surprising, but hopefully it's somebody cool. And I haven't really heard anything about the Little Mermaid movie lately. I think it's kind of in limbo right now. They haven't found the whole cast yet, so I don't know what's going on with that.
That's very interesting.
Oh, and they had plans on doing an Aladdin 2, which is kind of going to be on the lines of Return of Jafar. They're going to kind of use that storyline and probably add some things to it. So we'll be seeing Jafar come back. Hopefully he does better acting in this one and he's more maniacal, because he just seemed like a kid that couldn't get his way in the first one. So.
Yeah. Welcome, Pepper Tree Villa. Thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Jim, did you see Aladdin finally?
No, not yet. Still haven't seen Aladdin. I haven't seen Toy Story 4.
Or Spider-Man?
Finally saw Spider-Man.
Oh, did you like it?
I did. Yeah, it was great. What was the other Disney? Well, Lion King. I haven't seen the Lion King remake either.
Oh, yeah. And finally, Spider-Man, all the drama has been put to rest. He is staying in the MCU, but I think he's also going to be in the Sony movies as well. They're kind of splitting him
Is it the same actor?
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
At least
they're
they're keeping
kind
him.
of they're kind of splitting him in 2 different universes, I think. So we'll see how that goes because they want him in Venom. They also want him in the MCU. So which is they should, because the way this last one ended, it would have been a lot of explaining to do if they didn't keep him there.
We had a chance, you guys, to meet up just about a week ago. We had dinner, which probably wasn't the best place to take them, but
oh, come on, it wasn't
good.
that bad. We've had it before.
But yeah, any chance to meet up with Doug and Arnie. Just unfortunately we didn't get to meet Ben because I missed my slap on the heads like he likes to give me.
But when you see people staring at you and they keep staring at you, and you think they're staring at you, but they're really not, because when you look behind and you see a huge cockroach on the wall of their mural, that's what they're really staring at. And that was kind of gross, actually. So it's kind of embarrassing to take them to a place like that where there's a roach on the wall.
All right, and using that as a segue, we Disneyland, they gave out a little bit more information at the beginning of the month about the Avenger area that they're building. What is it called? Avenger Academy or something like that? That's the new land.
No, I think, is it Avenger Campus or
something like
that? For some reason, I think it's Campus.
It'll say it in here. Disneyland Spider-Man ride will let you fire webs from your wrists via immersive technology. So that'd be kind of cool.
So everyone's gonna be like this, trying to shoot an imaginary web.
They said, we've known for a long time that a new ride was in the works, but thanks to a recent panel at New York Comic Con, a couple of Imagineering executives revealed that it will give each guest the feeling of having Spider-Man's web shooters on their wrists as they try to wrangle some spider bots that have gotten out of control. So there's not a whole lot more to the ride as I had read through this.
It is a ride, or is it like a sit-down simulator?
It's on a vehicle. So each person is going to be outfitted with their own web shooters as they get on the ride, or will that's a question. Or will the tech somehow be able to react to everyone's bare wrist as they're being flung around the ride vehicle during the experience? Everyone's wrists are different sizes, so creating one size fits all might be tough to do. So a little bit more to come, but I didn't know that they were building a Spider-Man ride there. So that's just another reason. I didn't know they were building a Spider-Man ride.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I think we've talked about that before. They're using the old Bugs. It's tough to be a Bugs building along with
they're adding
expansion
more to
it. Yeah.
I heard they were building a roller coaster, but I didn't know it was. I thought it was. I didn't know about that.
There was a rumor that they were going to have a Captain America roller coaster. Where they would put that in that area, I have no idea, because there really is no room for a roller coaster to do a roller coaster named Captain America themed roller coaster justice. I don't think there's enough room. They did actually also start building the Mickey's Runaway Railroad in Toontown. What is that with all the stuff in the air? They're going to end up shutting down one of the stores, and then in back of it, they're going to build the whole building area. They're going to take out part of the Green Mountain of Toontown temporarily until it's done. And they said that they're not going to have a scaffolding covering their work while they do it. So basically, you're going to see them doing construction whenever you go to Toontown, because they're not going to cover it, which is interesting.
Yeah.
No wall or anything.
Rob Souter said he's going to go to Disneyland one day till Disneyland and 10 days until the Disney Wonder Cruise. So that's cool, because they're going to be going.
We haven't done the Wonder yet.
No, that's the only one we don't have booked.
That's going to be a Halloween cruise.
It will.
Too.
Our friends, Mike and David, we're actually going to be picking them up on the Wonder, but they're actually going to be on the Wonder during Halloween time. So
they're going to be on Halloween day. They're going to be on that ship.
And we're picking up the weekend after Halloween. So that'll be very exciting to be on a cruise, on a Disney cruise during Halloween, especially as they make it special with that. So that's cool. I hope you have a good time, Rob. Captain America roller coaster sounds good. It would be. we have our Australian friend. Hello, little Oslo Rao. Thank you for joining us. Good day. So it is actually probably nighttime on Thursday for you. No, it's not that late in there.
So I have a question for Jim. Do you think, because you have the background of Nightmare Before Christmas, do you consider that movie a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie more, or both? I mean, how would you really categorize that?
I think it's both. I think, although I truly don't know anybody that watches it during the Christmas season. Everybody seems to watch it during Halloween, don't they? It seems like it's a movie that covers both. But I guess if I think about it, maybe it is more Halloweeny. Yeah, Halloweeny.
Halloweeny.
I can't stop saying Halloweeny.
So you for Wisdom Video says it looks like it'll be a Toy Story style ride for Spider-Man. It does sound like it might be something, but I hope they do something to change it a little bit, so there's a little bit more variation between that and some of their other rides. So we'll see as technology improves. Let's see what they can do it.
I have a joke that I can't really say on the show, but my dad used to say it to me all the time. And I'll tell it to you after the show, Jim. But when you were saying what you were saying, it just reminded me of that. So
Halloweeny.
But yeah, I think they show it.
Giving you the penguin slap right now.
Uh-oh. I think they show it on Freeform, which was ABC Family. I still call it ABC Family. I don't know where they got Freeform from, but they show that during 31 Days of Halloween, and I think they still show it during 25 Days of Christmas. And then they just came out with their calendar for November for pre-Christmas or whatever they're calling it, which is kind of weird. So, but they were making a sequel to that movie as a book based off of Zero, but they might still make that an actual movie, or they might make Nightmare Before Christmas into a live action movie. I don't know how they're going to do that, but that would be interesting also.
Oh no.
What?
I forgot to do my Spotlight channel with
I was
my
going
little.
to ask you if you knew who it was.
Oh, I do have that, but I don't have my little Spotlight. So Spotlight channel. It's time for Spotlight channel, guys. Spotlight channel, and I didn't even get
our
this.
imagination. There's a spotlight on your head right now.
Yeah, so Greg, we talked about what you could do while we do this. So
what? I don't remember.
Subscribe. Other channels.
Oh,
creators.
If you're a creator, please go ahead and write down creator in the chat and subscribe to each other's channels and check each other's content out. And just support everybody. I think YouTube is a very cool way to get to know people and to support everybody's content and channels. I know everybody on here supports us. We support them, and we really appreciate that. So please continue to support each other. We're like a big family, as Jim said on his show on Tuesday, which is right. Everybody is a big family on YouTube, I think. So.
Look at the synergy is still continuing.
That I thought it said that was like Emperor. It's like Emperor's New Groove.
It is.
But
In the style, yes.
Like, wait a minute, it doesn't say that. It's Disney Nerd Herders.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So hold on, Jim. Let me get it. So you're oops, I got rid of you. So hold on.
Let me get it. So oops.
Oh, here it is. There you go. Sorry, Jim.
There it is.
That was a cool sound effect. I almost said side effect.
Now you created that, didn't you?
I did. Yes.
That's awesome.
There's Avery is a fan of Kronk. Is that the guy? That's his name, right? Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. So I designed this with him in mind.
It's your birthday. My spinach puffs.
Welcome, AGC Magic TV. I'll go down the list of creators. Here's something from your mom, Greg. Every time Dad used to tell that joke, as corny as it was, Greg, we all used to laugh so much.
Yes, but please do not type what he said. I will tell Jim after the show.
I cannot wait.
All right. So our support channel. Let me see if I can share the screen and do it.
I mean, it's really not that bad of a joke.
I wouldn't say it.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, 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 it's Christmas. And
It's
I
not
don't know
Christmas
what to
time.
do. Okay. Here we go.
Little Ozarel said, D&G, you have a great community of amazing people. I think we all have a great community. Thank you.
Let me make sure that we are showing it. All right, cool.
I don't know what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to show it.
The
So
suspense is just getting to me because I don't know what's going on. Because you don't keep me in a loop.
there it is. Sorry, guys. You could tell we haven't been on streaming for a while because we're still trying to get adjusted. So, all right, our spotlight channel is, here it is, Dole Whip Dad. So we have Jeff at Dole Whip Dad, and yeah, we actually are going to be on his channel next month.
On his show? On
his show, yes. Would be on one of his live shows. I think it's going to be on a Sunday. If all the plans still work out right. So yeah, we definitely want him on our show sometime soon. We're just trying to figure out dates that would work out. But Dole Whip Dad is a incredibly nice guy. If you guys haven't had a chance to partner with him, he's doing something called Vision 2020, and he's doing a daily vlog. So kudos to him. Doing a vlog every single day is insane. So
I would be exhausted.
A lot of respect. Yeah, a lot of respect to Jeff and what he's doing. I do have one disappointment about Jeff. He's a San Diego Chargers fan.
Oh my gosh.
But we're gonna leave it at that because it's in a different division and we are Buffalo Bills fans. But Jeff, okay. We still
Everybody
like
has their own right to their favorite team.
Yes. So
Even if it's the wrong team.
Definitely check his channel out. Support him. A very nice guy. He supports so many different channels. All right. So let's stop sharing that. All right.
I was lucky enough to meet him at the end of August. They're celebrating the Spotlight channel.
So they're celebrating the Bills. Woohoo! Go Bills!
Yeah. Jeff is awesome. He's very nice. And he's very good on camera. He's a very good host of his show. I don't know how he does it, but he's very natural. He's like a professional talk show host. He's just very good at it.
Yeah, and he's so genuine too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like about him. So yeah, definitely we like him. I like him a lot.
Bob said it would be easier to do a half-hour show every night. Oh, that's still
because he's cranking out. Yeah, he cranks out other content, so he does a lot. I got so much respect for Jeff. Besides the fact that he's a San Diego Chargers fan. And sorry, LA Chargers.
Besides the fact, so you respect that Chargers. He is an LA Chargers fan?
I can't even like insult him when I can't even name the team right. So it's the Los Angeles Chargers.
Did you realize what you said?
Probably not. All right. So going along back as I get away from me saying something wrong, Jim, you had the unique chance to experience Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland and Disney World.
Which one's better?
Which one did you like better? And are they similar? Did you differences?
And there is a right answer.
And welcome, Captain Akron. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I didn't spend as much time in the Hollywood Studios version as I did the one in Anaheim, and I didn't even spend that much time in that one. I went to Galaxy's Edge here in Florida the same day I was doing the Skyliner, opening day of the Skyliner. So I popped into Galaxy's Edge while I was there. Super busy. It was much more crowded here than when I was enjoying Galaxy's Edge in Anaheim. So that clouds my vision a little bit. We were able to walk on the Millennium Falcon ride when we were there, didn't we? We walked right on there. We didn't have a fast pass or anything, did we? The line was short enough to just
go
on it. Well,
we walked on it and we got on it pretty fast. Yeah,
it was 70-minute wait when I was there here in Hollywood Studios. So it was and it was much more hot. Just I guess it sounds like I'm leading up to I like the Anaheim one, but on the surface, everything seems the same. Like there's not much difference, except for the fact that Anaheim has 3 entrances and exits, and here in Orlando they only have 2 into that area of the park. But it seems to be very much the same. Just my particular experience, I think I enjoyed when I was in the Anaheim version better, just because the weather was more pleasant, the crowd was lower, and I was able to try the ride that was open. So, but I think they're pretty much the same. I don't know how much you can. Everything's nitpicky. Like the colors are a little more vibrant in one than the other, or stuff like that. But hey, Orlando's going to have the Rise of the Resistance ride first, so they've got that going for it.
Still bitter about that, but that's beside the point. That's okay.
I digress.
We'll get ours at some point, and we'll enjoy it just the same.
So poor Bob, he was coming back from his cold, and then last night he got stung by a bee. Poor guy.
And
now the bee has a cold.
His hand's still swollen. I told him he should go to the doctor or urgent care. If it's still swollen, that probably means the stinger is still in him, and he has to push it out because it's probably getting infected right now. I mean, it already is infected. It's inflamed.
I don't know. Jim, the most important question: green or blue?
Milk. You say chocolate milk? Wow.
My next video I'm going to release tomorrow, and I answer that question in that. It's my food review of the blue and the green milk. So you have to watch my video.
You got to watch the video.
We have, just so you guys know, This and That will be coming up soon.
You're welcome, Bob.
If you can, someone can put the name, I believe they said it's on Steve's World's channel. If someone can put the link to Steve's World so you guys can check it out. Also, if you guys are into the cruising channels, we have the ship show with the Klaykowskis. They definitely have an entertaining show. They're always crazy. They do the little
they're always crazy.
They're a little bit on the crazy fun side. So their shows will never disappoint. And then also, if I remember right, Two Real Geeks are doing a show at 6 o'clock too. So there's a lot of activity right now going on the internet. When we started doing our live shows on Wednesdays, there was hardly anyone doing them, and now there's tons during this time spot. So Alana Zingano, and it's fine. I mean, we got
choices for people.
We have, thank you, Pepper Tree. As channels grow and you get the bigger family within it, it's almost impossible not to go against each other. And we always say, it gives people a chance to see what they want. So I'm not offended by it at all. But I think it's interesting as we
shouldn't be.
No, but I thought that's what you were like taking it as I was offended by it.
No, I wasn't even thinking that.
No, I mean, I just get upset that you bring the show down at times, but other than that, just kidding. Sorry, just kidding. Hi, Scout. Greg looks away. Other than that,
like the dog.
Yes, exactly. Actually, it's me that brings the show down, but that's
whatever.
Jim, any questions that you have for us? Put you on the spot. He goes, no.
He's like, no.
No. You do that every time. You ask me if I have a question, and I don't. So I got to come up with something in 2 seconds. Hey, what's your next vlog?
Good question.
We haven't even started them yet.
No, if you guys have been following us, I have the Suhek binder of the cruise. So that will be the start of the vlogs. That's all I'm gonna say. That doesn't mean that the vlogs will be bad, but
we've been trying to get back into the swing of things, getting back and then having to go basically right back to work. We took that Monday off and then going right back to work, and then things at work are crazy. So we're slowly putting everything together.
Yeah, and
it's the holidays too, so that Just you're trying to do everything.
Welcome to Life of Ours. I don't know if you announced it, but they have something special coming up. I won't ruin it in case you didn't want people to know, but
Hey,
they are going
DisLyfeOfOurs.
on an exciting adventure. So I'm sure stay tuned for that, and that's coming real soon for them. This weekend I'm looking at getting everything set up. So one of the things I wanted to do that's taking a little bit longer, there's two things. Whenever you film on a cruise, you don't really know what you have, and you kind of have to sort it out by days. And it's a balance of having a video, which could be 38 minutes, which I really don't like to do. Plus it puts a time and effort on trying to get it downloaded and posted onto the computer. I like to keep them shorter, usually no more than 26, 25 minutes, but preferably even a little bit less. But it's trying to decide how am I going to break up the days. So I'm in the process of doing that. But one of the things I wanted to do was to see how much this cruise was going to cost. So I have my receipts. I'm just trying to get them organized by days. So when I do the videos, I can track to see as it on goes what I spent during the days. And then I'm still deciding, is it just cruise related or is it trip related, to see what the whole cost of the cruise and the trip costs. So more to decide on that, but that will be decided this weekend. Plus I want to do a little bit more. I'm in the stages of
there isn't a definite
investing
amount though, because everyone's going to be different. It just gives you an idea.
From my point of view, yeah, because there's 3 of us, so you can't really go by that. Okay, so they are going to announce that they are going back onto the Fantasy, which we actually were going to be going in November this year, but we had to change it. We're going to be on the Fantasy in February 1st. Yeah, so they should have a fun cruise. That's like their 3rd time they've been on the Disney.
They're
Fantasy.
going on a Halloween cruise though this time. They've done Christmas before, so
and ours will be the Star Wars.
We've done Halloween on the Dream, so they're going to have a longer cruise on the Fantasy and a Halloween cruise. Ours was a shorter Halloween cruise.
Yeah, 3 nights. So Jim, a long-winded answer. Our vlogs will hopefully start for this cruise not this week. It'll be next week is the plan to release the first one. We still haven't released our D23 Disneyland videos. So I will tell you, I haven't even started to look at the footage on that. So just in preparation for this cruise,
well, we'll both go through it and see what we want to put, and that'll speed things up. So
I will say though, and I'm in the same boat. I've got all this footage I haven't seen in a month and a half, but when I finally get to it, I'm going to enjoy reliving that whole weekend again. So I'm looking forward to it.
We have done the Halloween cruise on the Disney Dream. We haven't done Christmas on Disney. We went on a Norwegian Bliss, but it wasn't really decorated for Christmas that I remember.
Disney does a lot more with the holidays than other cruise lines.
Yeah.
On the Bliss, it was just like garland around.
Thank you, Wanda Byram. Have a good night.
In not the atrium, but where the chandeliers are, and they had Christmas trees set up. Disneyland has, or Disney cruises have special events specifically, like gingerbread making, visit from Santa Claus. They have all these different fun things that they have. And the November cruise we were going on was going to be a holiday cruise, Christmas cruise. So a little disappointed, but that just means in the future we will do that. So Wanda, thank you so much for joining us. I know you recently came back from a cruise. I know so many people have been going on cruises lately, but thank you so much for joining us. You are definitely a Wonder Woman. If you guys are aware of that, she posted a picture of her in a Wonder Woman outfit, and she runs like marathons. She's definitely Wonder Woman. So good night, Wanda.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, so good night, Wonder Woman.
No, a lot of respect for anyone that can run a marathon. So much respect for you.
Well, we did a 10K. That was pretty fun.
That's not a marathon.
No, but it still was long enough for us anyway.
Make sure to include any footage that
Jim's
shows
like,
soaked from Splash Mountain.
We got a picture. Well, it was on our thumbnail for the show. So
yeah, that's a good picture.
That's a classic. So Jim, I think you might have said it, but what are your next besides the vlogs? Like any other special plans, special trips?
Immediately tomorrow, Blue and Green Milk food review. After that, probably my Skyliner, my day riding the Skyliner. After that, I've got the Disneyland vlogs I'd like to get to. But then also coming up very soon, Disney World, everything's going to be decked out for Christmas. The resorts are going to have their iconic trees up. And last year, I toured the Disney World resorts, specifically, I guess the ones around Magic Kingdom, seeing what Christmas decorations they had up, the ones with the iconic giant trees. And I put together a video of that last year, and I am so looking forward to doing that again. I had such a good time recording that. I guess I'm looking past Halloween and looking forward to Thanksgiving week, because that's when I'm going to do it.
Awesome. Journey with the Gingers, good night. I also cannot wait to see your NCL escape vlogs. Again, they went on the same ship we did, the cruise right after us. You for Wisdom videos, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate the support.
Is Halloween not one of your favorite holidays?
No, I enjoy it quite a bit. Look, I made that.
Are you all decked out yet or no?
Look, kind of. Yes, I do some things for the exterior of the house. Not as much as some people. I don't know if you saw, I've Instagrammed my sister's house. She's got the hitchhiking ghosts and
wow.
all that stuff. And her house looks amazing for Halloween. So I'm more focused on Christmas decorations for the exterior of the house. But I enjoy the Halloween. The weather's getting a tiny bit more cool. I play the soundtrack to the Haunted Mansion over and over this time of year. So yeah, I do enjoy this time of year very much. From now until the end of the calendar year. What did I just say?
Year?
Hang on. From now until the end of the calendar year. This is a great time. So yeah, I'm in love with all of it, from Halloween till New Year's.
Do you dress up and pass out candy, or do you have plans for this Halloween?
We have. We stick around the house. Everybody in our neighborhood kind of stays in their driveway, not quite at their door. So everybody just kind of comes to our lawn chairs that are sitting in the driveway, and we pass out stuff there. And occasionally we do dress up, and it kind of depends on the weather. If it's super warm, which it has been, it's unpleasant. But if the weather cooperates, yeah, we'll do something. I've got a Ant-Man costume now, so I guess I could put that to use again.
Oh my gosh, I could totally see you as Ant-Man.
Kyle's vlog, you guys, if you haven't had a chance to check his vlogs out, he makes me laugh so much. So he can do nothing in his videos, and just the way he talks and his mannerisms, he's hilarious. So you guys, if you haven't had a chance to check Kyle's vlogs out, definitely check his channel out.
Disney Nerdhers asks, what do you guys do for New Year's Eve? And I'll take it as that being a question for all of us. We just usually stay at home, watch the ball drop, have some drinks, sometimes hang out with friends, eat junk food.
I work retail, so usually I work on New Year's, and I usually work early. It just kind of depends what day it falls on, and that's fine because I get time and a half.
But we still watch the ball drop.
Yeah. So
we actually did. Oh, go ahead.
No.
We did see the ball that had already dropped from 2019 when we were in New York. It wasn't. I think it was lit up actually.
Well, I thought Sylvia said she was one of the 3 people that we met. We met Thomas Henry.
That was the ball.
But she said they removed the ball and they put an electronic one in there, so it's not actually. It symbolizes the ball dropping. But the actual one they removed, so I don't know.
Yeah, they probably have to redo it every year. Yeah. But what do you normally do on New Year's Eve?
Lately, we've been staying home and just spending it with the family. We have a little bonfire pit, so we'll start a bonfire, and then the neighborhood. There's 8 different people setting off fireworks they bought at the tent on the corner, and so. Yeah, just enjoying stuff at home. When we would travel to Michigan to visit family, my friend would always have us over on New Year's Eve. So we'd get together and all our families would get together, and that was quite pleasant. But we've been home the last few years. So yeah, we've been just spending it at home, which is kind of my speed now.
I think it's safer anyway, especially with traffic and everything. Just stay at home and do your own thing. So
we want to thank Disney Nerd Herders again for having us on their show tonight.
Yes,
if you guys didn't
thank
get
you.
a chance to watch that, please check their channel out, learn a little bit more information about us and what happens if we have untimely deaths and how
oh my gosh,
we want our bodies dispersed. So
That is morbid.
it is. I haven't been asked those questions. That was creepy to even think about it.
and Jim, as always, it's good to have you on our show. You
Yeah.
are definitely like family, and still
Thanks for having me.
on
Yes.
the meeting you in person was still a highlight for us. So
It was awesome.
Greg gets like, that wasn't a good time. You know, I have to say, yes, it was. Jim got drenched more than anyone that we've ever seen, and he goes, "That's right, it was a great trip."
In the history of that ride, I think. I'm pretty sure.
We had a really awesome trip with you and hanging out with you, Bob and Ashley, Pepper Tree Villa, Juan Rodriguez. It was a lot of fun. So,
Matthew and Lauren. Yeah, it was
Matthew,
it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said it in my vlog. After my first day, if I had to go home after the first day, the trip would have been awesome. But then it continued on for many more days. So yeah, it was great.
It was even more awesomer, if that's a word.
It is not.
I'll just say it's a word for me, awesomer.
Okay.
More like more funner, even though funner's not a word that drives people crazy.
With you.
Well, we definitely hope to meet up with you in February.
And in case you missed your opportunity to watch Hocus Pocus, you'll never guess. There's so many chances to watch it during Halloween time. At least 30 times they'll play that movie on Freeform, just in case you missed it or you don't know what happened. I mean, it's always new to us. It's always an adventure to find out what happens in the end. So, no.
I can't argue with that. Yeah, they play Hocus Pocus multiple times a week, right? Yeah, it's every other day.
They do. That reminds me. I bought the book last year, and I have to finish it. But it's a 2-part book where it has the original story and then the all new sequel, and it's one book that kind of just runs into each other. Like right after the first one, you have the second one. And the rumor's been going around where they're supposed to be making a sequel, and it's supposed to be based off of the story of this book. But it's not the original cast, which a lot of people are upset about, but it's the same characters, go figure. So I don't know why they don't just do what the fans want and give us the original cast back and make it a big movie in the theater. If it's not in the theater, that's fine. It's going to be on TV, but make it with the original cast. A lot of people are upset about that. They waited long enough, and they deserve it. My opinion.
Night Uper videos, wisdom videos. My gosh, my mind's like.
But it is a good Halloween classic.
It
actually.
is. Yep.
That and Nightmare Before Christmas are my 2 favorite holidays Halloween movies.
For us, you guys, we are going back to Disneyland. This just after Halloween, we're gonna go on the 1st. So
It's not him.
Scout, stop eating. We have a cat that likes to eat plastic bags, so he's chewing. Oh, he hasn't been fed yet, so that's probably why he's telling us.
Gosh, you're neglecting, and the poor thing's eating plastic.
That's exactly what that sounded like too. I was gonna make a joke like that, but that's actually what's happening.
Hey,
He'll just eat anything
Stop.
anyway. Even if he eats, he'll eat anything.
yes. So, all right, sorry. We're going November 1st.
I forgot about that.
We have the Flex Pass. So we luckily don't have to make any reservations on it. That's the one you have to make reservations for. But we do have to make reservations for this following Sunday.
It's about 4 hours, Disney Nerd Herders.
So we are going for that because we're picking up our friends in San Diego when they come back from the Disney Wonder Cruise. So
Which I've never been to San Diego in my life.
I've been a couple times, but it's going to be interesting to see what Disneyland looks like on the day after Halloween. I think they get rid of everything minus some of the stuff for the Day of the Dead. What is it? Dia de los Muertos, whatever the Day of the Dead celebration is. So they keep some of that stuff at Fantasyland, but with exception of the Haunted Mansion, I think everything else comes down that is Halloween related. So that'll be interesting. We might even go live that day to do that.
We'll be in Disneyland during one of Disney Nerd Herder's birthday. I don't know which one. My mom was asking what we thought of New York City and the Big Apple. It was pretty awesome. For me anyway. I've never been to New York City. I was born in upstate New York. I don't remember it. So to see parts of New York were nice, and the Statue of Liberty and the Freedom Tower, although I heard they don't call it the Freedom Tower anymore, but for the most part I've heard people say Freedom Tower. We didn't get to see too much. We had to compact everything inside of 4 hours so that we can try to get sleep also.
I think we only had really 2.5 hours that we had available.
Yeah, and I felt like I was broken into New York because I was asked by some guy if I wanted crack. I guess I looked like I needed crack, and I said nope, and turned around and walked away. So, but that was interesting.
He wanted to know if you wanted better crack. You look like you're on crack. He wanted to know if you wanted better crack.
Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah. So he thinks I look like I'm on crack right now. Thanks a lot, Jim.
For me, I will admit I was a little intimidated going to New York.
No, I didn't need crack. DisLyfeOfOurs.
It's a big town, and I mean, Madera is about 50,000 people. It's real close to Fresno. Fresno has over 500,000 people, and you combine it with another town that's connected to it, you're looking at 700,000. So it's not as if we're not used to being around people, but the sheer size and all the activity that goes on in New York is overwhelming, and I was a little bit intimidated.
A city that never sleeps.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect, but we chose a good hotel. We chose a Skyline Hotel. And
that was in walking distance of Times Square.
Yeah, which is in Hell's Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
But just like 2 blocks, there was tons of food that you could choose. We walked maybe 10, 15 minutes to go to Times Square. We walked by a lot of interesting stuff where they do the Broadway shows. So it was cool. We went to a old-fashioned style. It's called Amy's Bread, but it's kind of like, it's just a unique bakery. And so many good things just to experience that is such a different world than we deal with on a daily basis. And it was next time I go to New York, I want to visit and spend the time longer.
The weirdest thing happened. I was on the phone with my mom, and she said, oh, you should go by Sardi's. It's on this corner or on this side of the street, and it's where they have they're like caricatures, like drawings of the celebrities. They have a whole wall. If you've seen Muppets Take Manhattan, they go into a restaurant where they have Liza Minnelli is in that part, and her picture gets taken down, and Kermit the Frog puts his picture up. And I said, oh, I'm sure we're not going to go by that area. I mean, I didn't even know where it was. And we're walking down Times Square, and wouldn't you know it, sure enough, I look up, I'm like, oh my God, this is Sardi's right here. I said, this is what Mom was talking about.
Did you send that picture?
We took pictures. Yeah, I sent them. Okay. I was like, what are the odds of that happening? So that was kind of cool.
DisLyfe said, nothing says New York like a big bowl of crack right before your bed.
Oh, yes. And Sardi's is a very expensive place. I probably would never set foot in there to eat because I couldn't afford it.
A lot of restaurants were expensive there. So yeah, that was very good.
That's like a high-to-do place, though.
We sailed out of 3 different ports: Port Canaveral, Miami, and New York. I would say now that New York is my favorite port to sail out of, just because of sailing by the Statue of Liberty
and the Freedom Tower,
seeing the famous buildings. That was a very touching moment that I don't know if you'll capture that from the video, but.
Well, I mean, I wish we could sail by the World Trade Center, how it was, but unfortunately you can't, and the way it is now makes it even more emotional when you go by it. So and then going underneath the bridge, like your ship is here and the bridge is like right there, so it's intimidating to see underneath the bridge, and it's a huge bridge in your face when you're going under it, and that's the beginning.
You're actually moving pretty quick around the ship, so you just the contrast, it gives you a weird feeling like the bridge is moving, not you.
Yeah,
moving.
and we were on the highest point that we could possibly be as passengers on the ship.
And then Greg did the Titanic thing. He was standing there like.
And then I tripped and fell. No.
Kelly Haston recently went on the NCL Bliss. So
oh, awesome.
Yeah, I hope she had a chance to meet our favorite cruise director.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Ed Tolson Jr. I never see Kraken. I'm in the Bronx.
I said no, and I walked away. I'm not into drugs, so.
I want to be a producer. Lunch at Sardi's every day. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to get ready to wrap it up. Those of you who are heading over to the other channels, which there's so many different options to choose from, if you go by, just let them know. What should we say? The Big and Little Explorer sent you.
Yep.
Big and Little Explorer.
Tell them Big and Little Explorer sent you.
Yes.
Oh, last night it was Mouse Talk that had the horror movie thing. That was pretty fun. And then he has part 2 of it next week. So if you didn't see it yesterday, try to watch the repeat of it and then watch it next week live and be part of it. It was a lot of fun.
He goes on after Jim. So Jim is at 7:30 Eastern time, and they go on at 8.
Oh, she met Silas. Awesome.
Yes. Silas Cook. He's awesome.
But Mouse Talk's show was a lot of fun, and there was some of the movies I've never seen before, and he seemed like he was terrified of them. So it makes me kind of not want to watch them, but then kind of want to watch them. So I don't know. Certain things I can't handle. So
night, guys. Have an awesome cruise. Keep the ship warm for us, and let me know.
Have fun.
I'm curious when you have your Pirates night and when you have your well, you're not doing Star Wars night, but if you can let me know when they have it, because I think it's when you're in Cozumel. So let me know. But other than that, guys, Jim, final thoughts?
I see somebody's mother is asking if I've ever been to New York. So I have. I've been twice. We went there for a wedding once to kind of plan for the wedding, and then once to go for the wedding. The first time I went to New York was 1 month before 9/11.
Oh,
and
wow.
then we returned to go to the actual wedding the following January. So
you saw before and after.
Yes, yeah. So I've been there a couple times. Went to the Plaza and Chinatown, and yeah, it was awesome.
You had pictures of the World Trade Center or video or anything?
No, you know what?
Oh, wow.
I didn't even make it a point to pay attention to it. You know, I regretted that because, you know, I'll never have that chance again, but whatever.
I don't think you really put it in the mind like something like that would happen. So you
no.
Want it to,
yeah. But
all right. Any final thoughts?
thanks again for having me. It's been a while, so thank you so much. You guys are always so nice to me, and wearing my shirts and all that stuff, having me on, and it's a blast. I enjoy being on here, so thank you again for having me. I'm releasing my video tomorrow with the blue and the green milk, so be on the lookout for that. And then I'll be live next Tuesday at 7:30.
All right.
Awesome. Well, thanks again so much. Thank you everyone for joining us. We appreciate all of the support, if I can say it. Obviously I can't. Thank God tomorrow I'm off. He said that's because you're a ray of sunshine. Or as Charlie said, Sunshine
Sunshine
Nation.
he was on crack.
All right. Thank you so much. And as
we like
Jim, as you like to end your shows?
I don't, but I will. Can I get some more sunshine, please?
All right. And as we like to end our shows, as Walt Disney said,
we are just getting started. Everybody have a nice evening.
Have a great night. Cruise channel next week. Have a good night. Oh, wrong end broadcast.
Good night.
Night, guys.
Bye.
Wait, that's not...
What are you doing?
Hit the button. Hit the button.